everybody.
All
Hello,
right.
everybody, you crazy nomadic islanders. How are we this evening?
Great. Thank
Hi,
you,
Chris. Doing
Chris.
good.
All right.
It looks like we got.
Yes. Yeah, I'll go.
Okay. Oh, of course, yeah, you're doing the introductions, Kuhn, aren't you? This time? You're hosting?
Yeah. If you if you are okay with that.
Yeah, yeah, take it away.
Okay. All right. All right. So yeah, welcome everybody. We have, if I'm not mistaken, 5 participants in this meeting tonight. This is a regular Skype meeting, which means that we are just going to discuss general things of the project, of the island project. The meeting agenda is published by Chris in the comments. And first of all, I would like to explain a little bit of ground rules. Because having online conversations with a lot of people is actually quite hard, even harder than when you have conversations or meetings in real life, because we can, although we can see each other and we can hear each other, there's something missing, something human missing when you talk online. So that's why I set up some rules just real quick before the meeting that we can look over, if that's all right with everybody, so that we can try to follow these rules. Now, of course, there might still be some situations where rules are thrown out of the window and we don't really follow them, but let's try our best. One of the most important ones is that you mute your microphone when not talking. This is to avoid background noise and echoes and unintentional interruptions, and also to kind of force yourself not to interrupt the current speaker, because that's the second most important rule. Indicate when you want to say something. I will be looking at your webcam, and I will also be looking at the chat for people that don't have a webcam, to see if they want to say something, and I'll process the comments in order as they indicated they wanted to speak. But try not to interrupt the current speaker unless there's like a fire behind the person going on or something. Indicate when you're done talking. Say thank you, or that's all I wanted to say when you're done. This also prevents people from having the feeling that they have to talk really fast and really rush things, because someone might be interrupting them. Also, English is not always our native language, so people might also feel pressured by this to talk faster or to not say something because people are overruling them. And the other two are basically tips, that you are early to a call and that you pay attention to the Skype call and not something else like your email or social media or your phone, everything. Now I see that Amon is saying that, are you guys online? Chris, could you make sure that he is also in this call?
Yeah, that's not a problem. I'll get him over.
All right. So that out of the way, we will continue deciding on a minutes secretary. I think it would be good to write some stuff down during these meetings, next to the recording that we will have due to Chris, so that we can have also a written documentation. Now, this can change each meeting, so I would like to see if there's a volunteer for this position to write some stuff down.
Colin, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Is
Go
there
ahead.
a transcript capability on this recording that we're doing? I mean, I know when you put things on YouTube, you actually can see the transcript of the call because I would be willing to, do summarize what's said afterwards, but during, I'd like to be able to pay attention and not have to take notes.
Oh, of
Chris, is that
course,
possible?
yeah. That's
Oh,
also possible, yeah.
there is a recording of this meeting on YouTube.
Well, that would be another option. Well, I'll take that. I mean, if we take the recording, I'll put notes together from the recording. How's that?
Okay.
Yeah.
So it'll take
Yeah.
maybe a couple of days because I won't be able to give it a lot of time the next day. But and then
Yeah,
maybe
sure.
we can. Sorry.
Yeah, afterwards is fine too.
And then maybe we can even do a very short summary as a start in the newsletter. But that's another topic.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So that's decided.
Okay.
Margaret will make a summary based on the YouTube video or the transcript of the YouTube video. Cool. Let's move on to a short introduction of first attendees to the meeting. We have a few new faces to this meeting. Let's start from my top to bottom. That means Margaret, could you introduce yourself in 140 characters?
Margaret Manning. Born in London, raised in Canada, lived in the States all my life, and now live in Switzerland. Addicted to travel since I was very young and fascinated by this project. I'd love to help in whatever way I can. My background is marketing and communications. Worked at Microsoft for 20 years and now have my own business. I have a website with a community of about 100,000 women. And so I'm very interested in community development, content marketing, content management, and, I'm just here to help in any way I can.
Wow, that's quite a track record.
140, that's maybe 180, I don't know.
No, it was more of a figure of speech. Thank you so much for being here, Margaret. I feel honored to have a Skype conversation with such a heavyweight.
Oh, it's good to be here. People come together in mysterious ways.
Yes, exactly.
Strange reasons. So who knows why we've met, but I'm sure it's going to be okay.
Right. Cool. Let's move on to Dejan. I don't know how to pronounce your name, but please correct me and tell us who you are.
Yeah, well, correctly it's Dejan, but you can call me Dejan because most of the people do it like that. I'm a software engineer, software developer. I work online for the last 5 years. I keep traveling. I usually stay in tropical places, and originally I'm from Serbia, but I moved to Athens 2007. Then I worked there for 3 years, and now since 2010 I'm just moving every few months to a different place while working online. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for being here, and it's great to see some other software developers also joining the project. And great to have you over, Dejan. Let's move to Nikhil.
It's Nikhil.
Okay, Nikhil.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. It's great to hear about everybody and talk to everybody. I'm Nikhil from India. I have studied computer engineering, computer science in my graduation, and right now I am a digital marketing person with content writing and digital marketing skills. So, for some personal reasons, I didn't get the chance.
Hello?
Okay. Cool.
You cut off?
Oh. No, I don't think so.
Nikhil?
Oh, wait.
Oh, his call is dropped.
Oh, okay. Well,
He'll come back.
Yeah, he will.
Chris, could you see if you can make him rejoin again, or that he might rejoin himself in the near future? We will continue. Thanks for joining this call. It's always meaning a lot when people from the community are joining these meetings because it gives them an opportunity to meet the people behind the project and to actually let their voice be heard in a very tangible way. Let's move on to the determining of the agenda. By the way, hi Amon, welcome. Glad that you could join for at least a short time. Maybe
yes,
you could stay.
About 15 minutes, you were saying.
All right, good, okay. So you'll get until the first meeting point, I guess. Let's determine the agenda, shall we? I asked some of you to give some points to the agenda. I didn't quite hear any additions. I would like to talk a little bit about the website and the platform, about what's happening in the last 2 weeks, some technical updates, but also some stuff that's happening on the platform. Just a real quick update. I would like to discuss with a few of you here what to do with Nomad Island or Nomad Island, and maybe already come to like a conclusion. I don't think we need weeks to discuss about this thing. It's so early that we can already say, make a decision maybe. Or not. That's what we will discuss tonight. And the last one I just made up because I was thinking about it today. Let's see if we can have like a project that we can all stand behind and do something for, something concrete, namely an expedition to the actual island. Let's see, like not ourselves, but let's see if we can find some people in our networks that live in Panama, live close by, maybe even some nomads in a nomad group that would like to go to the island and actually investigate if it's the dream island that we all are looking after. Are there at this point people that say, I have a topic that definitely needs to be discussed? Please raise your hand or put a comment in the Skype chat.
Well, Kun, I since I only have 15 minutes,
yeah,
I would like to add a couple of thoughts on the visitation of the island. If we could do that sort of towards the beginning of the meeting, that would be great.
Sure, we can switch that item from 3 to 1, and we can start with that. Yeah, sure. Okay, Margaret.
I would like to talk just a few minutes at the end, perhaps about social media and just managing Facebook activity until our next meeting. I have some thoughts on how we can progress. So if we could add that just briefly at the end, that would be great.
Granted, we will do that.
Okay.
All right. Let me just add that real quick to the meeting, to the points.
Would we have to refresh on the page to be able to get that point up once you saved it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, this is not live editing.
Yeah.
You lost Nikhil, I guess. That's too bad.
It looks that way.
While you're sorting that just out for quickly, just to let you know, Amon, that I actually know a woman who lives in Panama City. And she's a person I interviewed for my show, and her name is Kathleen Petticord. She runs a really big group called Live and Invest Overseas. She's like really well known in that world. And anyway, I sent her a note tonight just to ask her if she knew about the island and what, she lives right in Panama City. She's been in that area for 20 years, so investing in places around that, that Central America. So anyway, just so you know, if I hear back from her, I'll let everyone know what her feedback is.
Yeah, Margaret, thank you. Obviously, your connection, your networks are a little bit more vast than what we have here. I appreciate that. We also have at least 2 members of the group who are living in Panama City, and we have one person who was looking to invest in an island in Panama, actually on the Caribbean side, but he may also be interested in going on an expedition team to visit the area. If this friend of yours has been looking at investments in the area of Panama. She has assuredly come across the island at some point. It's been for sale for about 10 years now.
Mm-hmm.
And I think...
Well, there may be a reason, so we need to find out really quickly.
Yeah.
But that's good.
Absolutely.
I'll let you know when I hear.
Thank you. Yeah.
All right. It seems like we can sort of fluently go over in this agenda point of the project expedition to the island. I updated the agenda, by the way, so if you refresh the page, you'll see it, but it's just what we just discussed. I moved this point we're going to talk about now to the top, and I added the one of Margaret. Yeah, I mean, it's no secret that since the decision fell to go for this island, Isla Mayagual, that we should actually go there and investigate if the description of the island is correct, and if the soil is good, and if how is the weather, how's the situation around the island, etc. So I thought, since also a lot of things will depend on this, on whether we go for this island or not, we actually do need to go there and see how it is and investigate. So let's make a project about this. Now, Amon had some ideas about the remarks. Amon.
Well, as you were updating the agenda, I just wanted to make those few points that with Margaret's connection and with some of the connections that I made, it was probably about 6 weeks or 2 months ago now. We have some people who are willing to go, and I think able to go in that area. One of the difficulties that we may run into is that it's not very remote, but it is somewhat remote from Panama City. And we may have to, as part of the creation of this project or this expedition, to raise some small amount of funding so that a group of people could meet in Panama City, take a boat in the morning to the island, record the surroundings of the island, of course, take videographic and photographic records of the entire island, or as much of it as they can cover in a given amount of time. But also not only the island, but I think making contacts within the village of Shiman is very important, because that's the major population center nearby, and I think we would be able to also access a lot of information through some of the people there, understand better what the medical resources are of that town, educational resources, policing and other law enforcement connections that we may be able to make there, and better understand what some of the potential hazards, health and safety conditions are on the island as well. And of course, that would be part of our write-up in terms of the mission of the expedition. But those just, I wanted to add a few points, and those are they. Just pretty simple for now, but it's something that we can develop over the course of this next couple of weeks.
All right, thank you, Amon, for clarifying that. I just realized that I actually in the past already made, more as a test, but it stayed on there, a project called Expedition to Mayagual under the real estate group, and just added some tasks that I thought of out of the top of my head. It would be good, Amon, if you have some tasks to add them to there, so that you can also offload them from your head into this project. Well, posted the link in the chat.
Yeah, Kun, I actually did create a document. I didn't share it with anybody at that time, but about 2 months ago I created a document when I was communicating with those individuals in the area of Panama or with interest in Panama. And I did create sort of a goals or a project sheet for that expedition. It's in my own personal Google Documents, but I will add that to the real estate group, or whatever documents you've already established there in that group.
Okay, great. Yeah, let's merge that. Anyone else has a like comments to make or something that like people that they immediately had to think about? Yeah, Dejan?
Yeah, well, I would like to know what's the plan for the date for this expedition, because I could do it if it's not soon enough. I would like to join this expedition, and I could stay actually quite a long time there. Not on the island probably, but in that village maybe. Because I actually do this for the last 5 years. I just moved to a new place and I live there for a couple of months, and I kind of get to know the locals and all the things that we should need to know. So if my plans for the next year are like such that I could go maybe in July or August to that area.
I think we're probably... Yeah, sorry to interrupt, Dejan. I think we're probably thinking something earlier than that, but possibly. Do you have experience or do you speak Spanish?
Yeah. Well, now I speak Portuguese, but I spoke Spanish a few years ago, so now it's kind of switched to Portuguese, but I could go back in 2 weeks. I would be back in Spanish again.
Okay.
I spent a couple of months in Venezuela and in Dominican Republic, and yeah, I could get around, I'm sure.
Good. Maybe, Kun, what we can do then is create a list of volunteers and the rough timelines that they might be willing to or able to go visit the area and the island. And then once we have some volunteers, we have some rough timelines, we solidify our expeditionary goals and move forward and see who can actually accomplish those goals and set a timeline, a goal or a timeline that we can accomplish that as a group.
Sounds like a plan. Very good, Dejan.
I was actually just looking if there's any bad weather times in Panama. It doesn't seem like they have any bad weather times at all.
No, they have an eight month rainy season and then a dry season, which is beginning right now, actually. So
so maybe April, May. Oh, the shoulder season is April, May. The high season is right now, actually. When's the rainy season? So when is the rainy season?
Rainy season begins, well, the dry season is roughly December, mid-December, and lasts approximately 4 months. So then you have mid-January, February, March, and then at the end of March, end of March, and then into April, the rains begin to pick up again. But there's significant rain year round, but higher in those winter months.
Okay, good. Okay.
Yeah. All right, so that's already really a good start. Dejan could be in the volunteers. Since the project is in the real estate group, and I originated from that group a little bit to lead that, I'm okay if it goes through me. That's fine. So any contacts I'm on, and also Margaret and anyone in this group that you have that could join this group of volunteers that go there, please notify them that they should seek contact with me and also this project on the website. And I'll be adding some new tasks and set out a timeline, I guess.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, Kun, thank you. That's excellent. I'll pass those contacts to you or connect you with them. My time is up. However, I'll just add one note on a future thought that you will discuss without me, unfortunately. I'll catch up with the video stream later, thanks to Chris. Appreciate that. But with the naming of the island, Nomad Island or Nomad Island, I think a more standardized unification of the word nomad is probably best. And I think that Margaret probably has expertise in terms of managing our social media, unifying our message across multiple platforms. And I will just leave everything in all of your capable hands, and I will catch up in terms of the decisions that you actually make without me here. So,
okay. Thank you for being here, Amon. Have a great evening, and also keep an eye on when the next meeting will be. We will discuss that later on as well.
Very good.
Okay.
And pleasure to meet you, Margaret.
Yes, pleasure to meet you, Anne.
And Dejan as well. And
Yeah,
Kun
nice to
and
meet you.
Chris, thank you very much for making this happen.
Okay.
Great work.
No problem, Amun.
Okay, see you.
Not a
Take
problem.
care. We'll see you next time.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
All right. So about the expedition to the island, also one part that Aman also briefly mentioned is money that we need to probably get to let some people get there to the island and to fund some things. Now I'm not sure if how we should do this. One option is to basically ask, I don't know, some core members or some donation buttons so that these people can do it, or that we ask the volunteers themselves to sort of fund it out of pocket, and that we set up a reimbursement project later on when the project has more money of its own through whatever means. I was wondering, yeah, Chris,
We
go
could
ahead.
do a bit of both, couldn't we? I mean, if we set up a page where people can donate and it shows the level of donations, and then if the volunteers want to go at a certain date and we don't have enough money, then they could pay for themselves and then we reimburse them later
Yeah.
on. Do it that way.
Also, we need to know how much money, of course, is necessary and would be reasonable. We need to make a list of costs, basically. And also it depends if someone is in Brazil and someone is in the US and someone is in Panama itself already, that also differs. And what do we fund? You know, do we fund all of the trips or just within Panama? Or that's a question I have as well.
Do we know? Oh, I just put my headset on. I actually wasn't on before, so I don't know whether it worked. Do we have anybody in the community who is a travel writer, that is a blogger? Do we have any bloggers?
Yeah, I think I've got two people that I'm in contact with who are writers. Or at least one of them is. So I can talk to them about getting involved. I've tried to push them to get involved in the meetings and to go onto the Create platform. But they've been very busy, both of them, so they haven't got...
Yeah. Well, the reason I mention it is that if you're a travel blogger, you can approach airlines, hotels, try to get the trip sponsored. And this is back to this, having a good story and having a connected channel of, messaging. We could try to get, airline or even a hotel in Panama City to get caught up in the magic of this whole deal and someone to write about it and get it, get things covered. Do you know what I'm saying? Like a press trip. Like a press trip.
Yeah. That sounds like an interesting idea.
I actually belong to a couple of closed groups that are press and travel bloggers, and I can just throw it out there. So if anybody's interested, it's kind of, the problem is they're so busy because they are traveling around the world free. And but anyway, I'll send out a message to a couple of people, see whether, and then maybe you could too, Chris, to that couple or woman or individual that is a writer, and see if they might be interested in going and writing about it.
I also know somebody else as well that I met here in Copenhagen. So I'll ask around.
Yeah, it's a good idea. I actually just got back from a cruise. Viking sponsored me to go, and I just did videos and blogging, and they have money to spend on adventures. So let's see what we can do.
Yeah,
get it done for free.
Yeah. All right.
Anyway,
so
okay. Just
a couple. No, just it's a really good thought. And any connections or any messages that you can send out, please do, and see what comes out of it. I mean, sending an email is often less than 5 minutes time. So,
well, this is why it's so important to understand who's in this Facebook community, because we've got so many people who have got networks and friends and people they know. And even with our push just this week on the social media on Facebook, we only got 200 of 2,000. There's so many more people that we don't know how they're connected, or, Dijon, you probably got friends that that might be able to, it's just a matter of digging them out of that 8,500, crowd. Anyway, it's just another step.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's good. It's good explanation. And we had time left anyway from points. So that's a good first start. Please, Margaret, when you make the summary of this meeting, try to catch as many action points as possible of this, like who said they would do what. That's also a good track record for people themselves, but also for me, that I can add them to the project later on.
Okay.
Thank you. All right. Quickly, some stuff about the website and the platform updates, then the next point on the agenda. It's been, I think, about 2 weeks, 1.5 weeks, that the platform is actually thrown out into the wild after some test periods. We have some groups now there. We have some people that are actually adding content to it. If we let me see, if we go to members, I didn't prepare this very well. Let me see.
Which group are you looking in at the moment?
Oh no, none. I'm just looking at the members page, like the all members page. We have as of now 39 registered members on the platform, which means that we've managed to get some people over to the platform and start creating their profiles. What's also new, actually, is that every new member is getting a welcome message. I also sent them to all the existing members at some point yesterday. But new members get the exact same message, which helps them, which welcomes them to the platform and suggests some things that they can do. And I already got some reply. The replies go straight to me because I had to choose a member that it's being sent out from. So I've got already a couple of people saying like, "Oh, thanks," and I'm happy to be here as well. So it's giving people a good feeling. At the same time, there are some little bugs and annoyances on the platform still, but I'm working hard with the theme creator to resolve them. This theme that it's running on is not built by me. Surprise, surprise, that would have been a bit too much work in too little time. However, the theme creator is working closely with me and to resolve some issues with the platform. But overall, I think it's working quite well. I don't know if anyone has any really big annoyances that they are running against all the time and I should know about. If that is the case, speak up now. Yeah, Margaret?
Oh, Margaret, your microphone is muted.
No, still muted.
Okay, so no, the only thing was there's no easy way to go when you're in the create view to go back to the website. You can't go home. Right. You have to open a new window or go back. So I thought that would just streamline things if you could move from the create to the website.
Right. I actually read this somewhere. I think on Facebook that you said this. I am thinking about how to do this nicely. And I could
think it works really well. Other than that, I think it works really well. That's a good job, Chris.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, that's good.
So, yeah, that's it. I think. If you do, sorry, yeah.
Sorry. Could you delete John the Robot Man?
No.
He's still there.
Oh well, it's a nice test user, isn't it?
Yeah. Do we have a new person join us?
Hello.
Yes.
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm just trying to see. Yeah. I just came. I forgot to buy my bread, so I just went outside to the automat to get a bread for me for tomorrow.
Oh boy, Abby.
Gotta eat.
Man, yeah, you gotta eat. You gotta eat. Well, glad to have you here.
Yes, I just joined now, and I think yeah, I have to. I just wanted to ask one question to Kun that should I, for example, for the water management or for the sustainability, should I first make the group in Facebook and then copy and paste the whole stuff in the website, or how should I proceed with this?
Let's discuss this after the meeting, like
Okay.
one-on-one.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
what we
That's-
should do,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. That's okay.
Okay.
That's good. That's good. Okay.
And Abby, since
think
you
I
missed the
my video. Yep.
Ah.
That's it. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm there. Can you see
since
me?
you missed the beginning of the meeting,
Technology.
Abby, we're using some rules now. If you scroll up into the meeting chat, you can see the meeting ground rules.
Just
Maybe
a moment. Let me check. In the chat window, right?
yeah.
Yeah. Apparently.
I'll post it again just for
Yeah.
just for
Just a
easy
moment.
access.
Yes.
Just yeah.
There is
Try
a guy,
to
Dejan Milosevic. He just accepted me as a contact or something like that. Who is this person?
he is also in this meeting. He is,
Okay.
Okay.
he is the one with the handsome body sitting in the half
I
dark.
see.
Huh?
Oh, I see. Okay.
Tropical place.
Okay.
Anyway,
Okay. Yeah, I saw. I get the rules. Okay, everyone, we should start the meeting shortly. Okay. Yes, the thing that you wanted us to read, no, the 8 pages with the agenda, right?
yes. But can you read them for yourself, Abby, and then
Yes. I will read them.
we
myself.
can continue with the meeting.
Yeah.
All right.
Owen is
And
helping
please mute.
this time. Oh, sorry.
And please mute your microphone, Abby, if while
Shall I
reading.
mute my microphone?
Yeah.
Just a moment.
All right. No, well, if you do have bugs or something, you can, well, either just send them straight to me. I'll make sure that they'll get documented. Or if you feel adventurous, you can also add them to wait a second. There's a group called Telecommunications and IT, and in there is a project called, I have to look up the name, Issue Tracker Collaboration Platform. Just become a member of the group and add a task to there and describe the bug in as many details as you can. Or just, like I said, let them send them straight to me with a description how to reproduce it. That about covers
Deanne's got a question.
So sorry.
Yeah, I just wanted to point out, if we don't add each other on Skype as contacts, then I cannot see your videos. I guess you cannot see mine. That's why I added Abby now. So if you accept me as a contact, then I will be able to see the video, not before that.
Sorry. I get it now. Yes, I think now you can see me, right? Well, I'm not as handsome as you, but it's okay. I mean,
Oh, it's okay.
Good.
you make me feel that tomorrow I should go to the gym.
Let's keep that in the middle. Abby.
Let's focus on the meeting indeed. Okay. Yeah.
All right. So that about the website and the platform. The main website hasn't been worked on since then. Actually, it's still the same. But I'm planning on adding some more info about the island as well in the next weeks. Now that I have vacation, let's move on to the next point, shall we? The already quite elaborate discussion about whether it should be Nomad Island or Nomad Island. Just to give a little bit of an introduction to the people that don't know about this discussion, actually we're using 2 different names pointed out by Margaret earlier already, also noticed by me as well, but I didn't think much of it. But there are 2 names in circulation. In the beginning, when the project was formed, we had a play on words, Nomad Island, and that stuck around. And then people started calling it Nomad Island, and our website is also nomadisland.info. And now the question is, which one should we pick? Now, if we look at the group in which, and also on Facebook, where the question is asked, and there's in the communication, in the marketing group, there's also a forum thread made about this, and the majority, I think, would go for Nomad Island, without the space in between the two words, and yeah, I'll go around and see how everybody's thinking about this. But me personally, I think this is a perfect example of bike shedding at this point. It's a term from project management, saying that people who know, people that don't know anything about nuclear reactors go glance over a plan and approve it within minutes, while it's a very important decision to make. And people who know everything about bike sheds discuss at length about the type of roof that it should be using and about the color of the bike shed, sometimes for weeks on end, while that is a very trivial matter to decide. And for me, this is a perfect example of bike shedding. The name is, for me, not very, at this point, we could decide about this fairly quickly. All right, I see Chris with the hands up.
Personally, I just think we should just change the name. I mean, we've done 2 polls now. Both have said that everybody says that it should be Nomad without the space. And so just change the name on the Facebook group, change the name on YouTube, and
I agree with you. I agree with Chris. Yeah, but I also, if I may say something here, I think that there was one suggestion from one of our Nomad members, and he said, like, it is a bit generic. Both of the names, like Nomad and Nomad, both are equally both generic. And to make it a little bit more specific, maybe Nomad Panam or something like that. I mean, it could be thought of later. But I guess maybe now, just for the sake of the organization, the formation of the organization, and all those official matters that is important, where the name is important, I guess we should go with what Chris suggests, just like Nomad, because I mean there will be always some sort of disagreements for any agreement in this world. So we will have two sides all the time. But later we might change, something to be a little bit more specific. Nomad Island is even Nomad is still a very generic name as for the moment. That's what I believe.
Very true, Abby. Thank you for sharing that. It's true. There is a topic on the marketing communication group about a brainstorm about a more creative name. However, I think that takes more time. And maybe it will develop more organically in the future when we, for instance, when we are there and we suddenly have like a better name for ourselves, or it might come earlier. But we can take more time for this, and for now, we could change it. But let's see what other people have to say about this.
Margaret has something.
Let's complete the round. Let's go to Margaret.
Sorry, Jan, did you want to vote first?
No, for me it's okay, whichever you decide. Like, I don't want to be bike shedding, so it's okay. Both names are okay.
Well, I mean, it is trivial at one level, but it's also very important, in my opinion, that we get a consistent brand for this project, and across all the channels that we're going to be attracting people to and promoting out to people, that we have a consistency. That's all. And I think that the website nomadisland.info is a great, you're lucky to have got that, because in a way it's general, but it's actually quite interesting. Like, no one else I don't think there's any one group of nomads, travelers from all around the world looking to purchase an island. It's actually, in a way, kind of unique and interesting. But as you said, we could decide later about the long-term name. But now, just get the brand consistent.
As Nomad. Mm-hmm.
As
just Nomad,
Now, there is one small problem, which I think I've already mentioned to you, Chris, and that is if you have over 200 people on Facebook, you can't change the name. This is a Facebook rule, but people, of course, are freaking out. Have been freaking about this for a long time, because it's always been the rule that once you get 200 likes, that's it. Your name is stuck. But there's a lot of hacks that you can use to get around that. And I sent you a link to this guy who goes through in quite a bit of detail, how to change your name when you've got 2,000 plus followers. So that is something to consider.
It's a very important point. Very important.
So, Chris, maybe I don't know who amongst the group knows most about Facebook from an infrastructure perspective, but something to think about. We don't want to have to start over. So
yeah, I think Koen, you met the first group, right? In Skype, in Facebook, or like just any one of us could do that. I mean, do you have the link for that hack or how to do that?
I sent it to Cohen. I think. Did you get it, Cohen? I sent
think
you in
I
a message.
did. I saw something flying by.
Yeah.
I just wonder how if it still works and how.
Well, who's the administrator on the Facebook page? Who is your the admin? Are you Cohen, the admin?
I think Koen is the admin.
A couple. Yeah. I am indeed an admin, but a couple of us have been made admin, I think.
Okay, so whoever feels up for it. I mean, just the admin, or maybe you could appoint it to Chris if you want someone else to take it on. But just to take a look at that link, I'll send it to you. I don't want to jump in and recommend a hack that, but there's a lot of them out there. A lot of people, of course, want to change their page name, and the 200 limit has been a problem for a while. So. But anyway, and that's great. So we get YouTube, we get, we should start an Instagram account too, because there's so many. Once we get out there and take pictures, there'll be a lot of pictures to share. But everything should be called the same thing, in my opinion. So I'm good to go with Nomad Island.
That's a nice bridge to the last point on the agenda, basically the social media and online strategy that you wanted to say some stuff about, Margaret.
Well, I think that when you and I spoke, Cohen, it seems like years ago, but just a couple of days ago, we talked about the fact that we need to get this 2,500 people that are in the group energized around the project. And we need to do two things. We need to get them feeling like it's their project. There's like a great quote I mentioned to Cohen, which is, people will support what they help to create. And it's so true that if they can just feel like they're involved, they'll do stuff for you. So this week we started with just a couple of posts, and I just wanted to ask you, do you want me to continue? I mean, the way it's going right now is I did a kind of "Who are you? Where do you live?" kind of thing, and people then just jumped all over that. That was great. But then when I put a thing up saying, "Hey, go to the website," I don't know, no one went. So it's going to be a constant, daily exercise in reaching new people, because you all know how the Facebook algorithms work. The same people don't see the post every day. So.
I have a question in this. Yeah, I have a question in this. The thing is that would it be possible to tune in the most important posts somewhere in the weekend or a little bit like Friday or something like that? Because when there are too many posts, you just get a feeling that you have lost so many things, and a little bit of you lose energy to find out what the important things are.
Yeah.
And indeed, Facebook has a problem for this. I don't know if that could be cured.
Well, I think that what we should agree, and I think Cohen's already said it, is that the groups are set up on the Create site. So instead of posting on Facebook that there's some conversation going on, people should just know that the next action is to go to the website and create the Create site and join. Yeah. And just get engaged. So maybe Chris and Cohen, if you could agree that we'll limit ourselves to 2 Facebook posts a day, or maybe we could say 3, whatever number, and that if I post it, something first thing in the morning, we'll catch the people on the Asia side. I don't know the demographic of our group. I need to find that out. When the best time to post is.
I guess it's mostly Europe and US.
So it'd be late in the day. So maybe if I say that I'll post every day at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock at night, that would be US morning and Europe late afternoon. Sorry, Chris.
Yeah, I was just thinking, you were saying that it's mostly Europe and US. I mean, there haven't been that many US people getting in contact, and I think we need to...
Europe is big.
And there's a lot of Europeans on it. I think we need to broaden our horizons really, and try and get involved more. second and third world countries as well? Because I'd love to have a bit of more of a mix of people involved and from all over the world, from like you said, China and so maybe we need to take that into account, even though we don't have people from there. Maybe we should be thinking about those people to try and introduce them into the project more.
Well, I mean, I think that we may have them. This is the challenge. We don't know who these 2,000 people are. And the only way we can find out who they are is to keep doing posts that, generate comments. And like we found that there were quite a few people coming from, there was some Africa and other parts of the, of the Morocco. So in that other 2,000 that we didn't reach the other day, I think we'll find them. So I guess back to the point that we started with social media is that sorry, Cohen, did you want to? Oh,
your
what's the matter?
Microphone is muted.
My mic is muted?
No, mine. Sorry.
Oh, I was going to say, have I been talking all that time without no one can hear me?
No, I was just signaling that after you're done, I would like to say something.
Oh,
okay.
All I was going to say was that it'd be great if we could agree that I will post one post a day. That is the aim of that post for me is to get people to talk about something about themselves. Like today, it was like, what were the 5 things you take on an island with you? Just something that generates humor and engagement. And then maybe you, Cohen, or Chris will post once a day a reminder about going to the website and signing up. I mean, I don't know whether that's what you've been doing up until now, but get a schedule and agree that, who's going to post about what and not overlap, so that we don't have that situation that Abby has mentioned of, several, you can slip down. And of course, if you comment on a post, it goes back up to the top again. Mm-hmm. So if someone comments on a post that slipped down, it will go back up to the top. And so that's why pinning that one at the top that's about go to the website and sign up or go to create, we should leave that pin there so that all people always see that one. Anyway, that's kind of just to get some schedule agreed. It'd be great.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I agree with you completely.
What you've been doing, Margaret, has been wonderful. I mean, the post about who are you and where you're from, it's dead simple, but it's one of our most engaged posts in the group ever, I think, except for the voting ones, I think.
Well, what's really cool is you can message those people now. Like I went back up and I just chose every 10th one and I said, hey, have you gone out to the website? What do you think? Would love your feedback. Like you've got their names and you can actually, and then the newsletter too will be great when we get that organized, because then people will have a reason to go to the website and the Create site and join, because they'll get every month or every 2 weeks a newsletter. So it's just a process of slowly engaging them and drawing them in.
Yeah, exactly. I was thinking, because you also said, can you tell me how much reach we had and if we have some more statistics about our group
Facebook
members.
should tell us, yeah.
Well, I told you I can't find it, neither can Amon, in the group settings or anywhere else.
I'll find
I'm not 100%.
Yeah, you can
I'm not
for sure. Yeah,
sure
you can.
If we can.
Well, I can on my website. I can. I can tell exactly where people are from. I've got down to the city. I can tell people where
from the IP. From the IP, right?
Mm-hmm. No. Facebook.
No. There's a report.
From the Facebook. Oh, okay.
I'll find out for you. I'm pretty sure it's there. It's maybe just hidden somewhere.
Okay. Yeah. Would be lovely, because if I tap on the 3 dots, then I only see very generic stuff. I can edit the group settings, but I don't see any statistics. On Pages I do. On Pages I do see it. But that's different. This is not a page, this is a group. Maybe that's the difference.
Oh, wait
that's
a minute.
That's what I said to
Is it a community?
Yeah, it's a closed group. It's not a page.
Maybe that's it.
I told you on Facebook in a message,
because mine
maybe
is a page.
Yeah. Right. So that's why I was hard to find out probably where everybody's coming from.
Well,
group
the
is
other
set up
thing we can
differently.
do, eventually is, or not eventually, even in a couple of weeks, is to do a survey and have, if we can just find a way to, give someone, like have a prize or something, I know we haven't got any money, but maybe it's even just a, $20 Amazon gift certificate or something. To get people to fill in a proper survey. We could do it on SurveyMonkey. It's, free, and just find out exactly where they live and what they, one thing that they can do. Just a really simple survey. And then...
On the other hand, I haven't been pushing this enough maybe, but on the website, when they register, they are also urged to fill in their profile and where they select their country and their city and their skills. In a lot of people's profiles, this is already indexed, and we could I can in the back end I can see where people are coming from.
Yeah, the thing is, we've got to get people from Facebook, because we've got that community there.
True.
We've got to get them over to the website. So we've got to make them aware of the website. And I would say right now, maybe 400 people know about the website, because they're just not getting they're not getting the posts on Facebook. But over time, we'll get there. In a couple of weeks, we'll get there. The other thing we can use is polls. Like on Facebook, you can do a poll, like the voting. People like to vote, and just get them to do, just a simple yes, no, or like with the Nomad Island, that worked a little bit. So, okay, well, I guess my question really was just simply, shall we carry on like we are? I mean, I'm new to this group, so I'm just kind of jumping in, doing what I think is right, and tell me if I'm not, if you're, if you want to take the post that day and say, Margaret, don't post today, we've got to deliver this and this message, then just tell me. Hi, Chris.
Honestly, you've done a fantastic job so far.
Oh, thank you.
Just keep doing what you're doing. I mean,
okay, I'll do it.
We needed, really.
Okay.
Yeah. Agreed.
Okay. Well, it's all about people. Yes.
I have a question, just a small question from the website. Here, maybe I have missed the discussion. Do we need to add as a friend for all the other members in the website? Because it says add as a friend, Chris, Koen, and Dayan, for example, and the others. Is it compulsory to add as a friend here in the website?
No.
Okay.
It's not.
Because it gives us a message, add as a friend. So I was just wondering. Okay, that's one.
Where does it give it a message? What do you mean?
No, it shows as a kind of like like a little red thing. Like it's probably important to add as a friend. So just like okay.
It's up to you.
Okay, well, it's okay. Yeah.
It does have some implications with like where you can send messages to.
Okay.
But that goes too much into detail right now. You'll find out soon enough when you try to send a message to someone.
Yeah.
It says you can't. You have to first befriend that person. Then it's soon enough. But it has some implications for user-to-user messaging.
Okay.
Hey, Koen, I'm sorry to interrupt here. I just while you were chatting there, I just went to check on whether you can get demographic data about people who like your page. It says, I typed in group, but it gave me the answers for the page. So I don't. Yeah, I think it's only pages. I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. I'll check further. Excuse me for getting excited about it. I thought I'd found an answer. but it is by IP address that you can do it on pages.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
All right. Let's leave. Were you done about the online strategy, Margaret?
Yeah, right now, I think we've just got Facebook. We work on Facebook. I think that eventually, like within a couple of weeks, we should start fine-tuning YouTube. And I think that we need to do some simple interviews, nothing 2 or 3 minutes long, just little short videos that we can then post on Facebook. That's a great way to get people engaged. If we can say, check out the latest, video on more information, like Koen, you could just do it yourself, like an information about the island, 2 minutes. And then we can post that on. We can have fresh stuff to post on Facebook that gets them excited about the project, makes it real. So I think YouTube should be next, and but I think Facebook is the priority right now.
That's where the most engagement is.
Yeah, but we need to get Twitter. See, this is the thing. We need to get a Twitter account set up for Nomad Island. Has anybody? Oh, we checked that out, and that's been taken. But we could do My Nomad Island. We could do Nomad Island 2 or Panama. We could do, but we could do something on Twitter before before the options start to be reduced.
Would you like to investigate a little bit on the options and then present it, and we can discuss what we like?
Yeah, I think Nomad Island is gone for sure, but but Nomad Island 1, 2, those are still available, or Nomad Island. So,
yeah,
but I think we should tweet.
A combination
influencers
of
are there;
something.
it's really important. So,
maybe underscore, use underscore pluses or I don't know what we can use.
Yeah, you could do Nomad. No, we could do Nomad Island. Just kidding.
Can we use dashes in Twitter names?
No, you can use underscores.
Yeah, or we just.
My Nomad is also good. My Nomad Island. It seems like it's big. It makes it look more personal, you know. And
yeah, that I checked that one. That one is free. But anyway, I'll put together a few ideas. I'll start a conversation in
Facebook.
No, in the site on
in the website. Okay.
We still need a good name for that as well. Sometimes you use creates collaboration platform.
Yeah.
Well, it'd be great if we could just have a tab on the website that said, join here, or become a member, or that would take you to Create, rather than have to type in a separate URL, which is what I said at the very beginning, that they're like two separate things right now that aren't.
No, they're not completely. But on the main website, there's a button how you can help.
That's right, exactly. Yeah.
And there's like three options, three columns, and one of them is collaborate with us.
Pop-up?
Yeah, we could do a pop-up. Definitely. And a menu item, I guess, like go to platform. But I will change that in the website. Cool. Since we're running a little bit out of time here, I'm going to move on to this point, if that's okay with everyone.
Yeah.
No more questions or additions to this point. Yeah, Chris?
Just one thing. On the Create platform, I can't see the menu at the top. Has it been taken away? Normally I go to the top to go to all groups.
Yeah.
But it's not there at the moment.
If your screen is too small, it disables the menu.
Oh, that's probably it then.
Yeah.
What is there for me? All groups is there for me?
Yeah, no, it's a responsive website, as they call it. So if your screen is too small, it's too narrow, it changes the looks of the website.
I see. Yeah, I'm only taking
it hides certain elements.
Okay.
It's meant for tablets and for phones. Like if you downsize it enough, it will make it different. So I just also saw that. Yeah, if it's just a desktop width, minimum, I don't know. I don't want to get technical here. If it's big enough, you'll see the menu at the top with all groups, all members, and all projects.
Oh yeah.
It's all groups, all members, all projects, and help, right? There's 4 of them.
Exactly.
Yeah. Did you send me a private message, Kun, and I can't read it? I mean, I should have to add you as a friend, no?
No, that's not necessary. But I will go over it after the meeting to look what's happening. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we've done quite a bit of any other business now, but let's make one last round to see if there's like any other things you would like to say. Let's start with Chris. You have any last things to say?
Your last 1 minute, Chris.
Actually, yeah. I've recently gone into marketing and communication and decided I want to recreate the original video, except do it a lot better. So I'm thinking, in the projects on the marketing communication, you'll see now video introduction to Nomad Island, and I've put 6 tasks into there. And I really want people to get involved with this video, because I want it to be quite a big collaborative project between quite a few of us. To come up with something unique and something great to advertise the island. and the whole project. So yeah, please come to the Create platform and get involved.
Cool.
Yeah,
it's a great plan.
We will. Thank you so much for setting this project. All right, let's go on. Abi.
Well, I was just looking into the website, and I just have a feeling that maybe we should, because there is a join a group, and there are already quite a lot of groups. Should we freeze the number of groups, or should we say, I mean, we can just, we can play with words and we can keep on adding our groups. I mean, that would actually be a endless work. And there should be some pillars.
Abi, I'm going to stop you right here. The making of groups is limited to only admins. So not everybody can make a group.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah? So that's not an issue.
That's not an issue.
The naming and the scope of every group is a little bit up for discussion. I just made them out of the top of my head when I made the platform, but they're certainly up for discussion. So there's also a thread going on in, I think, the living room about this. So if you have ideas
in the living
or
room,
overlaps, please voice your opinion, and we'll see in the future what we can change.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, perfect. Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
No. That's all for me.
All right, let's go on. Dejan, sorry.
Well, there's nothing I would like to add. Just I would like to contribute. If you have something for me that I could do, okay. If not, I would not like to be bike shedding. So I don't want to get involved in stuff that I cannot really help with, like this marketing, and obviously someone else can do it better than me. So yeah, let me know if I can do something within my expertise.
You said you were a software developer, right?
Yeah. But mostly in Java, so PHP, and I know about PHP and WordPress. But if you have a dedicated developer for this, I guess he will do a better job than me again.
Okay, but we are already talking on the platform about where you can help, right? We already talked.
Yeah, we had a message. You sent me a message, and okay.
Let's see where this can go. Maybe server administration. You said that you are also working on this. We'll discuss the details after the meet. Later. Yeah.
Okay.
I think there is another group that has started in Skype already.
No, it hasn't. No, that's another group I set up. It's the only reason that is active now is because Tola's trying to get involved, and I'm just telling him to come to this because we're limited to the amount of people we can have on video. We can
it's almost finished anyway, so it has no use to add him now.
Yeah.
All right, let's finish it. Margaret, your last word.
Yeah, great. Well, first of all, I'm just thrilled to be, involved in this. I'm happy, to be doing what I can with this, pulling this brand together, and I'll continue with the social media. What I was going to say, Dejan, is it Dejan? Is it Dejan?
Dejan.
I'm sorry. Yeah. I'll get used to it. And all of you, is if you have any... From a marketing perspective, we all know what we need to do, which is we need to get people in our 2,500 community engaged and excited about this project. So if you've got ideas for posts, cool angles that you think might work, a quote, just something that you think I can post, just send them to me. I mean, I don't know what the best way to do that, Cohen, is just make me a friend in the Create platform, and just help me to bring the Facebook group to life, and I'll need all of your help. So let's just work on it together, and I'll get the notes together for this as soon as I have a chance to. Chris, if you can send me a link to the recording, I'll put the notes together.
Which recording, sorry?
This meeting.
Oh yes, of course.
Yeah, so that I'll do some minutes, and then I'll also send you the hack email URL, so you can check out how to change the name of the Facebook group to Nomad Island. I think it's really important to get that done if we can. So, or Cohen, do you have it? Do you want to send it to Chris, or do you need me to resend it?
Resend what? Exactly.
The link to the hack for changing the name of the Facebook group.
I'll find it. No need to resend it.
Okay, if you can't find it, let me know.
I'm not the administrator to the Facebook group. I'm just doing the videos.
Oh, okay. Well, then perhaps
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll see who is admin, and we'll see who does it. No
Okay,
problem.
great. All right, that's it from me.
And yeah.
All right. That's it for all other business. We need to decide when the next meeting date will be. Seeing that there's some holidays coming up, we usually meet bi-weekly, which means normally that would have been this Sunday, the 3rd of January. Actually, it's not so bad, is it? For I'm gonna get back to your point in a bit, Abby.
Okay.
Yeah, for me, the 4th of January, my job starts again. So Sunday the 3rd, I would probably be back from all the festivities that I will have. So for me, that would actually work.
That's good.
Although you could also argue that in the upcoming 2 weeks, not much might be, or maybe actually there might have been done a lot in the project because people have time off. What do you all think? Is 3rd of January a sensible date to have a meeting again, considered all the things?
It would be a lot better for me because I'm going to Thailand on Monday the 4th.
Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah.
It's good for me.
All right. Abi,
Good for me too. Yeah, it's okay. Good time. Yes.
whether or not you're attending, I'm just collecting. Dayan? Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
where is Ammon? He's not here in the group to now, or
No, he only was able to attend the first 15 minutes. Then he.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
But
newsletter.
to your point, it is the holidays, right? So a lot could be done, but also there might be people who might be busy as well with holidays and things like that. So I think it's best not to have any expectations in that regard because it's the Christmas holidays. But I think the 3rd of January is a good day.
Okay. Let's keep the 3rd of January then.
3rd of
Just to
January.
keep the
Okay.
regularity.
What
in.
time? What time?
Same time, I guess.
Same time.
Like
Okay, so it's 8.
7:30. No, it's 7:30 UTC.
Universal time.
Yeah. Okay. 7:30 UTC.
Abby, that's why you were late. Because you thought
Yeah.
it was 8.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh
Nice.
man, update your agenda. It's been
Yes.
7:30 UTC already for a few times.
Okay. 7:30.
Um,
3rd of January, right? Sunday. Yeah.
Yeah, and be advised UTC time. So that's London time. So add 1 hour for the people in Western Europe and
Yeah. So that's
accordingly
8:30
and stuff.
for us.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, that out of the way, then I thank you all for coming tonight to this meeting. We have 12 minutes overtime, not too bad considered the other meetings we had in the past, but it's good. We discussed a lot, and there was another meeting scheduled right after this meeting about setting up the corporation. Amon actually suggested not to have this meeting because he can't join this meeting, and he has no extra information about it.
Also, I think it was saying that there are not enough people, experts, who have shown an interest in actually taking part in the meeting. I think it would make no sense to have a meeting regarding the organizational structure without having people with the know-how. You know?
Yeah, that's true. So we might, I guess we're gonna postpone that one, but I'll leave it up to Chris to reschedule this one because he was on it before that as well. Is that all right?
yeah, I just on Facebook I just rescheduled it to next week instead. But I'll talk to Emin and see what date he wants to do it. Because of course the Facebook wants a date, doesn't it? So if I'm going to change it, I'm going to have to change
Yeah.
the date. So.
Yeah, it's true. However, I would like to point out that this is not a reason not to research into this topic.
Of course.
It's or to help getting the experts into this. I do think it's quite crucial to focus on this, even though it might sound a little bit boring and it might sound a bit hard to focus on this, but it is actually a very important next step to incorporate. So please do read the topics that Amon created about this. Please do voice your opinion. Please do read more about the forms and specifically the form that Amon chose. to see if you see any objections why we shouldn't use this form of company, or why we should.
That's on the website, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is it also on Facebook?
He did post this also on Facebook, but it might be buried by now a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, I think using the website is really the most efficient one, because the
For
Facebook
sure.
keeps on, hiding some things here and there.
But the problem is not enough people have registered on the website.
Ah, okay. Then you
That's
should do
true.
that.
It's coming.
Yeah, we're working on that.
Yes, no, you're doing a great job. I'm just addressing that point.
Yeah, no, I don't think he said he had another document that he hadn't published somewhere that he was going to post. Do you remember he said that at the end of his chat?
Yeah.
So maybe he could repost it on the website.
Actually, I'll just ask you, Khan, like on the website, is there a place where you can see all the documents that have been posted?
I replied to your question about this.
Did you?
On the platform. Yeah.
Oh.
There is.
Okay.
So we just have to explore the website. That's it. We have to keep on play with the website.
But it also has to be user friendly as well.
Sorry?
I'm just saying, like in terms of being able to go and find. I mean, you've answered the question already. I haven't seen it, but just being able to locate all the documents, know the name of the island, for example. Because I forgot the name of the island, and I was looking. I was like, "What's the name of the island again?"
Yeah, there's no document explaining the name of the island, but it's on the main website, so to say. But just quickly then, create.nomadisland.info/docs. You'll see all the documents posted everywhere on the platform, which now is quite. It's a good overview, but sooner or later it's going to get messy, of course. That's why if you click on docs in every single group, you'll see only docs associated with that group.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, so I would like to thank you all again. The next meeting, I guess, won't proceed, and then I wish you all a good night.
Happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Happy New Year also.
Happy New Year. Yes. Indeed,
And
Let's hope for peace on earth.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Hopefully.
Yes.
That's my wish.
Actually, we're getting there slowly.
It's
but
good to
steadily.
meet all of you.
Well, we need the nomads. That's the trendsetters. We will be the trendsetters, right, Chris? Chris is smiling. And by the way, is there anybody going to Panama, by the way, in this vacation time or from the group? Anybody? Just maybe Margaret, you can ask this question. Maybe
You missed that at the beginning. The answer is it's in progress.
Yeah.
There's a trip's
That's
being
why
planned.
it's so important people to show up on time.
I know. But my bread, my bread was
some people have to work.
Otherwise, you would have starved to death. I know.
multi-granite.
I would like to stop this.
Sorry, go ahead.
And I mean, individually, Abi, I would like to Skype with you after this.
Yeah.
So stick around.
Yeah.
And
give me 10 minutes and I'll come back. I'll go to the toilet and I'll come back and we will speak on Skype. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Thank you all, and see you in the next year.
Thanks, Khan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Third of
Bye,
Jan.
Bye.
Bye. Take care.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah. Bye.